Skelf.
Does it? We're live. Welcome,
No,
everyone.
Penis joke.
There it is.
High five.
Phallic symbols of doom.
Well, back, baby.
Welcome to another episode of Efferia Unshattered, the Black Sheep. God damn it, Krim! The Black Sheep. I am your humble dungeon master nerd, Hala. When last we met, Zetish.
So we were at the docks starting off, and Dustin, Quinn, myself, and Dante were, following Dante's lead because, it's their tower. They know what they're doing. They make their grand entrance, all that stuff, while Aldrin and Arapsis are doing their own thing with their sneaky sneak stuff. Who knows how that went, right?
It went totally fine. Everyone was safe and nothing terrible almost happened. Nothing.
Sure. So for the most part, things went uneventful as we snuck our way up the tower to get to the lady of the important stuff with the things. And then we get up there and we find a chaotic hot mess situation of Aldrin, I think, having beat up this lady babysitter person of the princess, and Arapsis was still outside the door, more supporting the saving of the princess type thing. And then a whole bunch of shit went down, and Dante went crazy and made a mess, and we saw Feylord and chaos. And now here we are.
All right. Go ahead and take a point of inspiration, please.
Yay, me. I made it. Over a year into playing, that was the first time I had to do a recap.
I'm proud of you.
Unlocked.
All right. Which brings us to the sudden brutal murder of Lady Morgraves hangs in the air like a thunderclap. The silence is punctuated only by the ragged gasps of those who witness it. Azura, eyes wide in horror, stares at the crumpled form of the woman who offered her a glimmer of hope. The tremors run through her body, not of fear, but of raw, untamed energy. It starts as a low hum, a vibration deep within her core, but quickly escalates to a cacophony. Her hair whips around her like living tendrils, her eyes blaze with an otherworldly light. Sparks of raw energy crackle around her fingertips and growing in intensity with each passing second. The air thickens with the scent of ozone, and the stone floor beneath cracks and buckles. Pulses of energy emanate from Azura, and you watch in horror as the prone mage, Dr. Matthias, screams in agony as his body is turned inside out before exploding, covering the room and all of you in viscera. The magical energy swirling around Azura reach a critical point, threatening to erupt in a catastrophic explosion. You can hear the raw power emanating from her, a force beyond your comprehension. You know you have mere seconds to escape before the entire top level of the beacon is consumed in a cataclysm of wild energy. Captain Howdy was right, she whispers, her voice a terrifying mix of grief and manic energy. All I needed to do was let go. Overwhelmed by grief and rage, Azura loses all control. Her form blurs, her features becoming indistinct as she channels the full force of her power. The room groans under the strain, the walls glowing in eerie luminescence. With a deafening roar, the magical energy explodes outwards, tearing the beacon's rooftop off in the tempest. Stone ripped asunder, and the top level of the tower is engulfed in a blinding flash of light. All of you need to make me dexterity saving throws.
The yin and yang of that roll.
No kidding.
Ups and downs.
Downs and ups.
Caught in the blast, you are hurled from the tower. Your screams swallowed by the chaos. I'm gonna go around the room. We'll start with Zetish. What is going through your mind as you plummet towards the ground below?
Absolute fear and zero dexterity whatsoever. I'm just
flailing madly.
Flailing and screaming my lungs out.
Oh, look, I'd walk.
Aldrin, what about you?
Anything that's going through Aldrin's mind right now is just fuck.
Dante?
Question, how high are we?
About 100 feet up and plummeting.
And plummeting, who's next to me?
Arapsis.
Who else?
No one.
Crap. Calmly, I look at Arapsis, grab Arapsis' hand and says, "You wanna live or die?"
Arapsis?
This is your fault.
Yes, it is! I dimension door and take him with me and land on the ground safely. It's a 500 feet radius.
Alright, Dustin, what's going through your mind?
Combination of panic and what the fuck did you do, Dante? I was just starting to like him too.
Alright. So Dante and Arapsis reach the ground safely. The rest of you, the ground rushes up to meet you, and you brace for impact. But a split second before you hit the ground, you suddenly find yourselves landing safely, albeit prone, and scattered around the perimeter of the beacon. Hold on. Gotta figure out where. There we go.
How much of the tower is left?
Give me a moment.
I won't lie. Arapsis got a 25 on that check and got teleported to the ground. They landed and were already calculating exactly how far they needed to get back up.
Don't say I didn't do anything for you, love. A smooth voice purrs from near Dante. You turn to see a lithe, well-dressed fae. The one you saw before at the top of the tower. I warned you about the bloodstains. Now she's pissed. You best toddle off before things get worse. Your insides on your outsides? It's so medieval. All of you watch as the beacon starts to crack and glow from the inside. It folds in on itself like that scene at the end of Poltergeist. You can still hear Azura's screams of fury coming from above where she levitates in a torrent of energy. The beacon begins to bend and fold, imploding on itself until it completely disappears. And just as it does, there's a flash from Azura. You look up, shielding your eyes from the blinding light. You can just make out a portal opening behind Azura, and a large, looming, shadowy hand reach through and take her hand, leading her through, now leaving nothing but a chilling silence. I open the floor.
Do any of us recognize this hand?
Make me either an intelligence or history check.
I look at Harrison and go, that chaotic enough for you? And grin wildly.
Groovy, baby. No,
Good.
you have not seen this
You owe
hand
me.
before. As the dust settles and the echo of Azura's raw power fade, you notice a transformation taking place much closer to home. Zetish, thrown clear of the collapsing beacon, begins to glow with an immense inner light. Zetish, your golden wings begin to shimmer and shift. The feathers take on an almost crystalline quality, refracting the fading light of the blood moon like 1,000 tiny gems. Your skin, once a deep crimson, takes on a luminous sheen, now almost translucent in the fading light. And your eyes now blaze with celestial brilliance. A wave of power washes over you, and you can almost feel the shift in your very being. You rise to your feet, your transformed wings unfurling with a majestic sweep. But as you do, a look of pain flickers across your face. You gasp, clutching at your chest as if an unseen force is trying to tear you apart. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
That's
With-
more like it.
I'll take that.
With a grunt of exertion, you manage to resist the pull, your will anchoring you to the material plane. The transformation completes and you stand radiant and powerful, but the struggle is etched on your face.
I ain't leaving a Rapsis, that's for damn sure.
Alright, you guys are
Well.
scattered around the remains of where the beacon once stood. Perhaps you would be over here by Dante.
Hereson, when I wanted to speak with you, this was not exactly the sort of thing I had in mind.
The Fae do what the Fae do.
You rang.
You, dainty one, like to stick your nose in things you cannot simply comprehend at this point.
I fully understand everything that was going on.
And Hereson, why are you on this plane?
Oh, that's my fault.
Your fault?
Yeah.
How long have you been here?
Me? Or him?
Him.
Oh, I just called him here.
How long have you been doing this?
All my life.
Such is the way.
He's my patron. I mean, how can I say? As soon as he gave me the power, we became
Yes,
really
at
good friends.
conception. At conception, you were blessed with this wonderful gift from the Fae. Yes, I've heard it all before, many times over, repeated by many children. It's no surprise to me. And that's the entire bloody point. I was trying to get in touch with Hereson here because I believe that a change of court is in session.
Oh, he didn't care about the court. Look over at him, give him a wink.
As he does, as you look over at him, he looks down at both of you, gives you a wink, Dante, flashes a peace sign, and disappears.
See? It's just how the Fae are. One day they're here, blowing up the world. Next minute, they're at an orgy.
If that was simply the case, this would all be that much easier.
Probably is.
You are dealing with a very particular Fey spirit.
Yeah, it's my patron.
What you're speaking about is simply the nature of that one.
And Arapsis reaches into their bag and pulls out this glowing mushroom inside of a flask.
Other ones are a little different. Their power is a little different in the way that they work. I plan on using this for something else. But if you'd like to really understand it, I can make sure you have a piece too.
I've gotten high before, I don't need it.
Oh no, darling. This one won't simply make you high. This one will open your mind in a completely different way. But in this moment, I need you to understand that this path is a bit more important than the portents of a chaos fae.
I only have 2 missions.
And what would
Work with him, give the chaos he wants, and I look over at,
You don't see
Should I
Aldrin
say
from where
Aldrin?
you are.
I kind of peer around. I was kind of like I'm trying to look around the tower a bit. And Aldrin's ex-wife. 2 jobs.
That's fine. But if you're going to be around us, you can't just be killing things.
Oh yeah, I can. Because I was told to.
If you continue to do that sort of thing, then we will make sure that you do not.
Ooh,
It's
I will
simply-
tell Ileana about that then. See how she likes about being told what I can and can't do, especially when it's her orders to make sure that that lady died.
And what did she do?
Oh, you'll have to ask her that. We're going there pretty soon, by the way. I'm supposed to take you to her.
Unfortunately, we're going to be stopping by a giant tree first. It's on the way.
Oh. Maybe I can get Harrison to join us. He likes coming out of trees.
I don't know if this particular tree is currently in a shape that he will be comfortable with, but I welcome his spirit in this moment. For this
You know-
ritual is more important than any of us.
All I know is I was given an order, and after that order is complete, I have to take you to Norhala.
You know, I feel like we've just spent the last, I guess maybe 18 years now, learning about not following orders. And now we find you, one blissfully welcoming of them.
Oh, well, when she gives an order, you do it. Ask Aldrin. He'll know.
Aldrin,
You'll find that-
you hear all of this, by the way.
He's always hearing.
With
watching.
your new passive perception of 21.
He's Santa Claus.
Dustin, you and Quinn wake up around, are getting up around this time as well, and you notice Zetish's wings have changed.
So, out of curiosity, when you said that their skin was translucent, does that mean that we can sort of see, like, veins now?
Okay. I love it.
Transparent barbarian with wings.
And instead of gold, they're
Zetish?
now like a crystalline.
Zetish, are you okay? Please tell me you're okay.
I think
That
I'm
does not
okay.
look normal. Do you hurt?
Do I hurt?
No, not with that roll.
I feel different, but not hurt. Did I recognize, like maybe the source of what was pulling at me? Like maybe a deep, dark, suppressed feeling?
Roll me either Arcana or Religion.
Stuck at both, so let's go. 10?
I'll give you advantage. Go ahead and roll again.
Think harder.
Not better.
So much harder.
A little harder.
You think it might be another plane. Another realm.
Entirely sure what I felt, but it was pulling at me, you know, I guess I'm just too stubborn and determined to leave just yet. So I think I'm okay.
That's good. Yeah. We don't want you slipping off into any other realms. That would not be good, right?
No,
That'd be bad.
That'd be big bad.
Yeah.
I got too much to do here still.
Did you hear anything?
Don't think I heard anything.
It's just a feeling.
How odd.
Folks don't like to talk to me, apparently. They just like to give me goosebumps.
Well, mine had never talked to me either, and then things changed.
Kind of look over myself. Well, I've changed, apparently.
Well, at least this one is for the positive, I believe. Gift horse in the mouth and all of that.
I'm not mad at it.
But next time, perhaps if you are being pulled somewhere, perhaps that is the message. By resisting, you're not getting the message.
You're valid.
By the way, looks cool, albeit a little terrifying.
I mean,
Smashing!
that's what I do. Adds to the aesthetic.
Look, we had better get out of here quickly. I'm not sure if anyone else is really aware of this, but a large magical explosion is probably still bad. As far as authorities and other people coming here to see what the hell it was.
I feel like that's about when Dustin feels Aldrin within, 10 feet. Yeah, and also ship full of crowns got docked 100 feet away. I don't know what the fuck is going on. We need to get the hell out of here.
I can tell you what's going on.
We're gonna have a talk. First, we get the fuck out of here.
Oh, we can talk on the way, too. That's not a problem.
Which is about the time
Wherever
you
we're going, we gotta go
remember
fast.
you have a stone for contacting Greg.
I believe Aldrin has that stone.
Yeah. I was about to say, where's our exit? Right. Just pull up the stone,
Go evac! Go!
hello? Talking into it, I guess. Hello?
Just make me a straight intelligence check. This can only go well. Yep.
I don't have a -1 anymore.
Yeah, you
but-
don't remember the instructions for how to activate this thing at all.
Wait. Oh my god, does anybody have intelligence in our party?
I'm at flat 10.
Oh my god.
Less.
Same, bro, same.
Barbarian's at an 11.
Okay, how about everybody give me an intelligence check? Does
this is
Someone's gotta spend the fucking roll.
Hello, computer. Hello, computer. Zetish, you remember Greg saying something about pushing a button?
You just gotta press the button, guys.
I'm just like fucking like Hellraiser-ing this fucking stone. Like, where's the fucking button? It's a stone.
It's got to follow a certain pattern. Like you just follow the same pattern.
I'm
with
just
the
gonna
same
try
things
like,
over and over.
pressing all over the stone until something clicks.
That's a rock.
All right. Eventually, you
on a
see the
folder.
rune on. Eventually, you notice with your perception, passive perception, you eventually notice the rune on the stone. Press it. You notice it light up, and then it just becomes an innate rock. And you hope that Greg's on its way.
I'm a little discombobulated.
With our intelligence checks, I almost imagine that we're like screaming over top of it like Neanderthals when it makes a light. We're like,
Oh, it's that scene in Zoolander where they're smacking the computer.
yes, yeah.
The button is in the rock.
We're the group of friends who just went to the first escape room ever and all think they have the answer to the one riddle, but no one has it right.
It's called going to an escape room without Dan.
Yep.
As long as I don't get called a cheater again.
Okay. About an hour or so later, Greg, you.
That's a lot of anxiety.
Yup, that is a lot of anxiety.
A lot of everyone glaring at Denti.
Greg eventually shows up at the docks.
Alright, let's go.
On the docks we go.
And we are running and running and running.
At what part does it hit? At what point does it hit, Kate?
What do you mean?
About what? As soon as I cross the dock?
Yeah.
Okay. The moment Arapsis crosses the threshold of where the land stops and the dock is actually over the water, the color drains completely from their skin to almost a complete ashen gray. And the lines that previously were only really on their wrist begin spreading from the tops and bottoms of their eyes. And you watch as a small but slowly larger handprint begins forming over their heart. And you can see the original pinpricks from Baccarin in their neck now, as their teeth become greatly apparent.
Arapsis?
What?
It seems I'm not the only one with changes in appearance tonight.
Changes.
I imagine this is related to the hunger and the feelings I've been getting. Sometimes things evolve and they become more. I can't control how this one evolves, Because it will. And all I can do is make the most of it. And with that, they go and turn into a bat. A small bat and fly off.
Hold on, I got art for this. Give me a second. Oh, way too big. Nah, well, that works. Or does this one work
That's
better?
what she said.
There we go. You're a teeny tiny bat.
Tiny bat.
Alright, you now have control over the bat.
There it is.
I can barely see that.
I know, it's a tiny bat.
I'm gonna hold out my hand to the tiny bat.
Can't talk in this form. Just lands on your hand and walks over to your shoulder slowly, like.
I'm gonna turn over to Greg and like, with all due respect, Captain, let's get the fuck out of here now.
He just looks around at y'all and well, Dagon's dick, what the hell did you guys do over there?
It's
Yeah,
not
that's what I'm wondering too. Point at them teeth.
I better not get caught up in any of this shit with the... Alright, anyway, let's get the hell out of here.
Greg, you would also notice with your passive perception that Dandy doesn't look the same. They all point at some moon elf, which is not what Dandy looked like when he got off your boat.
Ah, cool, you came out. Fantastic. Cool. Alright, let's get this shit on the road then. And he kind of waves his hand, and everybody near the sail gets knocked around a little bit. I'll bet Arapsis has to hold on a little tighter as some wind fills the sail and the boat starts moving.
hanging onto my shoulder.
Also, I'm going to lose a bet. I bet you couldn't stay on the water like that. Whatever. Okay, let's go.
All right. Are you guys heading directly north up the river? Are you guys
whichever way gets us closer to
Norhala?
our next destination.
All right.
Yes, up the river. That's all I can remember for sure about the map. Is up the
Are we
river.
going upstream?
Yes, you are. You are down here. If it takes a
Because
second.
the river kind of turns close to Norhala, then there's Sorrow's Bend, and that's where it goes up to Stargrasp.
Yep. All right. You guys may all take a long rest as you sail northward on Greg's boat. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves.
So Dante, what's up with the new?
My name is Synthorian, so use it.
My
Not
contract's with
Dandy.
Dante, so okay,
Oh.
whatever.
Just pull us off and we'll walk from here then.
My God,
Shut your whore mouth!
Hey, I don't care, I don't judge. I'm just, it's a different look for you.
Look, I'm not 100% sure on this. I don't sin died Thorian, but I believe you've just made yourself an enemy of the crown.
Oh no.
So, perhaps
wait,
staying
whoa,
on
whoa,
boat
whoa,
would be
whoa,
a good
whoa.
idea.
You're on my boat and telling me this now? What, a little more detail, please.
Well,
Well, you'll-
first things first. These two, as I point to Orestes and Alden, screwed everything up and decided to go on their own and assaulted everybody that needed to be assaulted when I was supposed to go in and complete a mission, but they fucked it up and I had to complete it a different route.
Well, it's not
We
like know about your
are
mission.
going to save a little girl.
Oh, I did
The
too.
very little girl that made that bloody mess.
I mean, that's cool and all, but the part about the enemy, this is my boat. I kind of like it where it is. What does that mean?
Well, it seems that the person that was their mission was some sort of lady of the crown. And their head got exploded by a sword.
The hell was in that sword that exploded? Not my business.
There you go.
But he just sort of looks over.
Here's the deal. Somebody asked for help from their ex-wife, and since their ex-wife decided to send me along, I had to complete a mission.
For God's sake, you got me in some sort of divorce thing. God,
Slight correction about that. I asked Ilyana for help to enter Moonladrian, not to blow up someone's head at a fucking tower.
Oh, semantics.
See,
No!
that's the problem with the faith.
I'm just going to tell you now, though, if we run
You cut.
the authorities... I'm sorry?
You cut
Cut
that
out
for a
though,
moment.
if we run.
You cut out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just saying. So if we like run into things,
Yep, it just happened
throw
again.
the other-
Every time you turn your head, it messes
This girl
up.
doesn't want to tell us what we kept running.
Let's see if that works a
Do
little
you
bit.
understand the words
Yeah.
that are coming from him? Because I don't understand Greg right now. He
I thought it
seems
was
to be
intentional at
silent
that
spell.
point. Like,
Because it kept
it
happening
looks
at the
funny on
same
the
point.
cameras. Yeah, exactly.
If we run into
Same point.
So I'm just gonna
That's
tell
what you
you.
gotta do.
I'm just telling you, if I run into the authorities and they start coming, I'm just a driver. I'm throwing you the fuck off my boat. Just gonna tell. I don't want any entanglements and shit like that, and I do not want to deal with divorce lawyers again. If you're talking about ex-wives and things, so let's just keep on going. Where are we heading anyway? We're going north. Where to?
Norhala.
Oh,
I need to see the big map to know for sure where it was.
Hold on.
really?
Let me go to the big map.
Yeah.
I was just looking for the.
Because like
all
we
about drawings.
had. Because hold on, we have to also pull up our quest log here and remember all of the different quest logs that we had along here, guys. Because there were.
You are currently here.
Yes.
Norhala
the
is
plan
here.
was we go along the river, take a
Okay.
stop by
Yes.
Norhala,
Or
come back
go-
down to the river, go to Sorrow's Bend, Stargrasp, all that stuff, and then we head out west to Guildglen.
Well, and I had said initially that's why there's that blue line there. I had said that I didn't know, but I was like, in case something comes up, we can go to Norhala and hopefully still hit Stargrasp and make our way over to Moonlandrian, depending on what we have to do. And here we are.
Oh, well, after we completed that mission, I'm supposed to take you to Norhala anyway. You've been summoned.
Summoned by who?
Someone's ex-wife.
Oh, wonderful. So at least they're in the halfway point.
Someone's
Woohoo!
ex-wife who didn't give you all the details of the conversation.
Isn't that
Nailed
just like exes?
Tell me, man.
I swear to God, Dan. Sorry, Cindy. You give. I mean, you're gonna owe me more gems. I'm telling you that now.
Oh, can't. Sorry, there's no more gems. It got blown up.
Motherfucker! Oh, God, son of. All right. So we've been past Sorrow's Bend. So if we're gonna get up there, you got to tell me now, because Because people don't go past Sorrow's Bend too much on the water.
We can take a stop before Sorrow's Bend to dip by Nohara. And then, if you're okay with waiting for us, we'll come back and head to Sorrow's Bend. We can part ways there.
I was gonna say, you're paying, but apparently not as much as I thought. But okay.
How much are you
figure
looking
this out.
for?
Well, let's just go to Nohara, and we can figure things out from there.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool.
How much are you looking to get paid for this?
Well, look, originally it was a bag of gems, roughly pulls the sack out, or a different sack. It was one of this size full of gems. Equivalent, or for that, going up to Sorrow's Bend. If you want to go all the way around Stargrasp, that's going to run you... that's going to run you about 400 gold to get through all the way around Stargrasp, get all the way to Nohara that way. Or if you want me to wait on the bend, on the river, we'll cut that in half.
Just looks. Rapsus just turns and looks and stares at Sin in their fucking soul. Oh yes, a bag of gems. How wonderful of your payment.
I prop my feet on the the edge of the boat, and I'm just downing alcohol right now.
Hey, I just polished that fucking thing. Get your feet off of it.
It's good to see that some character flaws still hold true.
Okay, we'll get where we need to go. By hook or by crook.
Well, by crook, do you have more bags of gems to help get us where we need to go, then?
Oh, I don't.
Well, look at you. You haven't even secured your own way back.
Oh, I paid for the whole way. It's just, now he wants more.
Greg, roll me a survival check at advantage.
Okay.
Because you know this river.
That's a 16.
Yeah. You're fine. Guys, continue making your way north.
Well, when it comes to payment, since some people fucked up the plan majorly, we can put it on the Crescent's tab.
We got a little bit of we still got a little bit of a...
Yeah, you still keep cutting out.
Yep, you cut off.
Sorry, I don't know what's going on with my mic.
Do you want to try just leaving and coming back to Discord here real quick? Sometimes.
No, I'm gonna check one setting. Hold on.
Okay.
It happens to me sometimes, and just waiting the call fixes it.
Yep.
All right, is that any better?
Yes,
Seems to be,
far.
For now?
Yeah, Discord, a lot of my settings got upgrade, so we got a journey ahead of us here. It's gotta be some other arrangement or some sort of barter.
Well, we did gain you quite a bit of reputation with the dragon turtle back there.
I mean,
yeah.
all right, you're not wrong about that. Your feet are still on my gunnel there. Oh man, I'm gonna do something about it. Take your feet off my goddamn gunnel. But yeah, no, I think that's a really good point. Maybe we can work out one other favor.
Cut out again.
It's still cutting out again.
Cut out after the word favor.
We'll never know what the favor is.
You'll never know.
Right, I'll drop and rejoin. Hold on.
Okay.
We might have a problem. I think our friend is drunk.
Well, you're the one drinking
that's
all
a
of this
mirror.
water.
Look at the pot calling the kettle black.
That's
Oh,
a
no.
mirror, Synthoid.
I finished that skin, put it away, and bring out another one and drink another one. And start walking around the deck.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Please get super drunk on my boat.
Fuck no, I am drunk as shit.
Oh my lord.
Oh,
Greg's got some strong shit.
Wow.
Greg
That's
just sort of leans.
That's some quality river moonshine.
River moonshine. That's gonna be something that's gonna haunt my nightmares now.
Yeah, no, Greg kind of leans back.
Fermented seaweed.
Leans back, and whoever's nearest, he's just gonna go, "Oh, this is gonna get really good." He doesn't know what was in that bottle.
They say still waters run deep. I guess that works in shine situations too.
Oh, nothing about that still, I'll tell you that. Except what it was made in. But yeah.
I don't trust things I can't see through, and yeah.
Alright, for the next hour of travel, Synthoran, you have disadvantage on all ability checks.
Got it.
If the captain allows, I'll come up next to Greg, and would you happen to have a map of the area?
Mostly of the river. I don't really get off the river that much, and that map doesn't actually cover past Sorrow's Bend. I've never been up there myself. I've gone by tales that I've been told, but yeah, I got at least the river. Yeah. What are you looking for?
I was thinking about the area close to and around the beacon. Since you were talking of favors, I figured there's one I could do for you.
Oh, yeah, sure. And I pull out one of the charts of the lake and the river area right down there, because I got a couple of those.
I'm not gonna put any marks on the map because that's his maps and such, but I will point to a spot where I sent a little animal companion while we were scouting the island to scout around the waters, and it found a rather large cave in this location. Possibly old Beaky's old lair. I'm sure you could find quite a bit of a fortune in there.
Well, fuck me, Umberly. If that's true. Yeah. Alright, if that's true, and it works out, we're gonna call it square, okay? And he spits in his palm and holds it out to you.
I will spit in my palm and shake his hand.
Fantastic.
By the way, are we all still, covered in blood and guts and everything still?
Yeah.
Okay, precipitation. Get rid of it.
Yeah, you're not...
all
You're not the first ones to be bloody up my boat, I'll tell you that much. But,
that's the only way people can tell Oldwin is here, except for Dustin. Is just there's just translucent guts moving around the fucking ship.
Just looks over, and this is how cis males exchange body fluids in acceptable rituals.
That ain't the only way, buddy. When you're at sea for a long time now.
Yes, a barrel's a barrel. I seem to remember hearing something.
It's not called a bunghole for no reason. Anyway. He also makes one little gesture, and
Takes note to give Greg a goat.
Synthoran is followed by a little dust devil carrying a bucket as he walks around the deck and things. There's a little dust devil winged thing carrying a bucket following him.
Nice.
Yeah. No, if that's the freaking turtle's lair, dude.
I can't
fucking-
guarantee it.
No,
can
but
tell you
that's
doesn't
pretty
think
likely. It's a good start anyway, you know? Kid, if that's true, I'll owe you one.
I'll keep it in mind.
And he would have pointed to the southwest shore of the lake.
Well, it wouldn't be the northwest because when we came on board,
Yes,
we were at the top of the
northwest.
map.
Yes, you're. Northwest.
Directions are hard.
Yep, I can things.
We had that problem when we entered,
Northeast.
remember?
Northeast corner.
Yeah, something like that. It was a corner. Alright, as you guys travel, Aldrin, you notice, Quinn getting more and more restless. Like, just wringing her braid. Just kind of staring off absent-mindedly.
Oh, she'll just hear my voice suddenly next to her, like sitting next to her, and like, you know, my sister's ruined their braids more than once doing.
Not sure I'll ever get used to you doing that. There's something that may be of importance here. Seeing Azura was quite a shock. We knew that something was going on. Her grandmother, the High Chair Citrini, before Thadanor fell, she was concerned that Maracata was keeping her granddaughter from her. Her son, you see, is the consort of the Queen, and, well, Citrini and the Queen have never really seen eye to eye. But Azura was the apple of her eye, and years ago she supposedly fell ill. Citrini had powers of healing and begged Maracata to see her, but was turned away every time. Now to know that this is what became of that child. And now an enemy of the crown.
Yeah. It does feel like we're collecting more enemies and allies along.
I don't
In this
think...
moment.
Sorry, go ahead.
In this moment, turning away a child puts them on a darker path. By not accepting a child, your path, her path, my path, too many paths, were all started by that simple divergence. When opening a door would have helped save so much pain. You are simply an enemy of circumstance, and nothing else. Those choices were made before you.
At least the evil's dead now. And I stumble back.
The end of my traumatic moment.
It felt just right.
Aldrin, you watch as Quinn's head just whips over to Synthoran just with the dirtiest look on her face. Just like, you piece of shit.
Hey, if you need it, there's another bottle over there, and that's how you can solve your problems and forget about all the... Drink! Just drink. That's all
I've got
you
my own, thank you. And she pulls a little boot flask out and offers some to Aldrin. Taste of home?
Thank you. I'll take a sip. Just a wilting flask.
You know, Dustin, something occurred to me, though. It would appear that our new friend shares something in common with your dear Sasha. She believed that she was the first, or maybe the only. Perhaps that was only to Hadia. Perhaps there's more.
Always more liquor.
No more of mine anyway. No, you're cut off, kids.
Are you saying he's a warlock too? Are they just giving shit away now?
I am. That's what I. Yeah.
Sasha wasn't a drinker, was she?
The dancer. My patron. Yeah. He's the one who gives me my powers. I am Synthoran Goblin, and I am a warlock. I cast spells. I do not do the little finger wiggling move. And I'm an assassin. And then I lay back.
See?
Really?
So, not all that different, I believe, than Sasha, just perhaps a bit more violent and drunk.
Definitely.
Oh, is there a contest to see who gets the drunkest? I down another bottle.
I believe you
Con
win.
save con save at disadvantage.
You got it.
Winner, chicken dinner!
Still drunk.
Not a one.
Yeah,
Not a one.
Not a 1. Below a 10.
Yep.
Just do me
Aldrin,
one
she's
favor.
gonna be so mad at you. You're in so much.
So, DM question. Mage Hand can
Trouble.
be cast at any point you can see, right? Within 30 feet? I would like to cast Mage Hand in Synthoin's mouth.
I'll pull back a little bit. You gotta go deeper if you want to choke me.
It's like, put a sock in it.
I've had
Like
worse
a duck bill.
and bigger.
Quinn almost spits out the sip of alcohol that she'd just taken and just narrowly misspitting it all over Dustin.
Yes, you can see, Dustin, the glorious lineage of the Warlocks.
We are drunk as shit. DRU.
So, Aldrin, I'm not one to pry, but... Well...
Get a crowbar.
You didn't think to even ask what your ex might want?
Oh, she wants to kick his ass! And I mean... Oh, no. You're not supposed to know that yet. She wants you to come because you said you needed HELP.
Mage Hand is
shit!
on his
I get up
mouth.
and go over and I pee over the side of the board, outside of the boat.
You are now muffled by Mage Hand.
Oh.
Your
I
hands are
get rid of
busy.
As soon as Greg sees that, he kind of just sort of, if you happen to be looking at him, you see him just sort of wiggle his hand a little bit, and a gust of wind suddenly blows from the opposite direction that Synthoran is peeing off the side of my goddamn boat.
I whip around. Okay. Flapping to everybody. Much better.
Duck.
To answer your question,
I'll button it up.
I was rather limited in how many parchments I had. I simply asked for help to get into Moonlandria. There was much surprise at the fact that I was alive, but what I said is we're headed that way. Our next step is Norhala, and we need help to enter Moonlandria if possible.
Oh. That's okay. Don't worry about it. We'll get you there. I'll lean back on the boat.
Is there a reason that she would take that as an opportunity to drop everything to come here?
She's not dropping everything. She just dropped me off.
Well, yes, but you said she's going to be in Norhala.
Oh, I did? I'm drunk.
That means she's not in Moonlandria.
She could be. You never know with, her.
So,
According to
Story
her
of your
letter,
ex-wife. What's her deal?
that's a long one. But
You're not talking about
according to her letter, Norhala is currently one of, if not the last, safe haven for people.
And just to check, you're not surprised she has connections with this one? As I, gesture towards Sin.
Surprise isn't exactly the word I would use. I would expect a bit more competence.
Oh, I'm confident. Because I fooled y'all until I got up there and blasted that bitch's head off.
well,
Yeah, no, don't even. I sit back
you
up.
were the most suspicious person we've ever met.
Correct!
I fooled you into believing I was horribly suspicious.
But you didn't expect me to blow the head off of somebody and be the assassin that did it. And that I am working with your ex-wife.
In that moment, the only one I would have stopped you from killing would have been the child.
She wasn't the target.
Okay. Thus, my comment stands. My hands are not without blood. I don't believe that any of our hands are. I'm
Well,
not here to judge one death.
I don't judge. I just do my job and get drunk.
And that's a problem.
No!
It
My
is.
job is to do my job.
Why?
Because my contracts.
What did
'Cause
you
I
give
get
away?
paid so much money.
So that
I
part
just
wasn't a lie.
Oh, to get paid? Oh yeah, no, I have a good.
No, not that part.
Oh.
The obsession with greed.
Oh no. I don't have a problem with money. I just gave a good portion of it away and blew up some of it.
Yes.
Just have to do my job.
Dustin, I believe you're familiar with the signs of the sort of person lost in an addiction. Burning and gaining, continuously going through a cycle over and over again.
If you're talking about alcohol, oh yeah.
It's not the cards this time, but it's similar.
Yeah, definitely seen a fair share.
And like I said, similar to Sasha.
Do me one favor, Rapsus. And Dustin is he gets very, a very grim look on his face. for a second. Don't ever compare him to Sasha again.
Deal. I just wanted you to be aware. Because the truth is, I don't trust those contracts. I don't trust a single bit of this give something, gain something bullshit. I've already seen what happens to it, and what can. It's a cursed game.
Oh yeah. The house always wins at some point.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't trust it either.
So, Aldrin, a cousin in the Feywild, your ex-wife sending a warlock after us. Is there any other family members that we should be expecting along this journey? And will you be making out with any more of them?
Owen almost gets a long, a distant look for a second, and then when you mention making out, just he kind of oh no.
Yes, as they mention other family members, you remembered the vision that you had in the tower.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking about, and just well, I'm not sure as long as what I saw back there doesn't happen.
Do you mean?
Oh, just having a vision of my death at the hands of my own daughter. No big deal.
Right.
That's a bit of a big deal.
So a daughter. Check. Another family member.
Who, by all accounts, should be safe in Munladrian. Hopefully.
So let's rewind back the tape a little bit here. You had a vision of your daughter killing you. And now this wonderfully drunk elf is telling us that your ex-wife wants to hurt you.
You didn't say that.
I don't know. You don't think these things might be related?
I just know she doesn't like you.
Better
What did I say
never
before?
turn out.
Well, I mean, when you
What
cheat
did I
on somebody,
literally just say to Quinn?
Get drunk?
Not you.
Oh. I don't know. I don't remember.
One door closed to a child.
Another shot to
Lead
drink.
to years of pain. You don't know what's been going through her head. Especially if her mother's been angry at you. You need to take the opportunity to make something right. Before it's too late and you have nothing but wrong. If she's supposed to be safe, do you have any parchment left?
I do have some, since we left the marshals.
Then for once, return from the store with milk.
Y'all have
I
some
don't
weird
get that
things.
reference.
You had a good childhood then. Well, how much longer?
DM, how much longer?
A couple of days.
Yeah.
Are we there
Work
yet?
on this boat for
No,
2 days.
no, you know what?
Drunk motherfucker.
No, don't worry. Well, that's the end of it, because he's in for a surprise if he takes any more bottles. We got about 2 more days. Get comfortable. There's a little area down below in the little underneath cabin area. If you want to go grab, there's a couple of racks down there. You can grab some Z's. I don't know about you. Do you just want like a raft to hang from upside down? I don't know what you're going to be doing. Your situation is, but you can do that down there too if you want.
We'll be bunking together.
I'm going to ask you not to be on the mast, though. Don't be on the cross piece of the mast, please. Thank you. So get comfy.
Is there any room service?
Yeah. You want some? You want? I can send up some fish for you.
No fish.
You sure? It's pretty good.
No.
Okay. I offered. You all heard me offer, right?
Yep.
Does the offer stand if he changes his mind?
Oh, for him, the offer's always good. But actually, if you do need something, he points over to a small, not even a chest. It's a bunch of boards shaped into a rectangle with a lid. There's some hard rations in there if you need it. I don't like going in there. They're just for emergencies. But if you need something to gnaw on, if you're short, go ahead, grab some of them.
How fast is the boat going?
It's going reasonable. It's a tight area though, so I got to be careful with maneuvers and things. It's actually even less wind and sail than more just me on the rudder, and moving us that way.
What do you think of Zetish?
Thinking maybe some spearfishing.
Oh yeah, you could easily do some spearfishing through this area.
I mean, it's a good way to pass the time, and we could always have more rations.
Look,
And more alcohol. I pull my own personal bottle out now.
Make
just
me another
be
con
careful.
save at disadvantage.
Just be careful. Last time we ended up with an entire potential cult of axolotls. You never know what you're going to get when we go fishing.
You are still drunk, but you no longer have disadvantage on ability checks.
Yeah.
Because he switched to his.
I'll do
Mine.
the spear fishing with Zetish as well, since I have the belt that makes the spear return.
Yep.
So I'll help out.
Fashion my javelin with my rope so I can draw it back in.
Each roll me a d6, Aldrin and Zetish. Alright, that is how many fish you catch over the next couple of hours.
Oh my god, fast.
Nice. Well, that's money fish.
They may not be
Oh,
the
good
best
to know.
fish, you get some, but there's definitely at least a few catfish in there.
You got anything to fry these up with?
Yeah, hold on. Well, I can grill them. Oh, no, hold on. And he runs into there's this little cabin area, and he comes back out, and he has this flat, about 4 or 5 inches on a side, piece of metal. Goes, we can throw this right on the grill. You can fry them up like that. It's like a little griddle. Don't ask what it actually is, though, please.
Now I just want to know.
Nah, you really don't. But
Can we ask what it isn't?
It isn't your mother's underwear. And he goes over
I
and by
figured
the bow, by the ballista up at the bow, he sort of lifts this little bit out, and it hooks onto the side of the gunnel on the railing. And it is a small grill type of thing. And he takes some wood, does a quick little gesture over it, and it catches fire. He's like, once that thing's coals, you're good to go, kid. Here you go. Best damn thing I ever bought for the boat.
I would like to clean the fish alone.
Do you want like a little catch pin or something to make it easier for you?
Sure.
Cool. And he comes back with a small tankard, but it has a lid and almost like a funnel coming into it. You can use this.
Wonderful. Rapsis wants to take the fish out of sight to drain them and then skin them and clean them, since they can't completely eat the fish as it is.
Totally doable. Dustin, what are you doing while this is going on?
I think Dustin would just be wherever he can find some place to be alone and quiet and just think about everything that's been going on, and every now and then just kind of like pondering the skull, thinking about, I wonder if I could use this to try and get some answers.
Well,
It's worth a shot.
you've got at least two of us here that are, I guess, touched in some way. Perhaps that will help you.
It'll take some time to make sure I can come up with questions to ask, but I'm kind of wondering if I could use this to, I don't know, maybe commune with the god of death again and see if there's anything that they might know that we're missing.
You know, that was one thing that I just couldn't help but wonder as well. If something was to happen to Uldren, could you intercede? Powers of death and all of that. If he's seeing his own death at the hand of his daughter, if it's unavoidable in some terrible way, do you think you could help?
Are you talking about, like, if he did actually meet his end, bringing him back, or are you talking interceding and preventing it?
Well, healing I can try to help with.
Yeah.
But do you think that skull could revivify him?
You know, I've kind of gotten this feel from the skull that I think Mictal's domain is not so much in bringing back, but more taking from. So I don't know if I could bring somebody back, but could sure as hell send them wherever they need to go.
I just wonder if maybe you can't delay it, as you will. Just because somebody else says his time is up, doesn't mean you have to say his time is up. I mean, the entire nature of things, if you aren't keen to it, is not doing as you're told. What if death is just another thing we're told? I believe you've already cheated it, my friend.
Oh. I mean, if you gamble with death, there's always a chance that you roll snake eyes, so...
True. But maybe for this one moment, I want you to not limit your imagination in your pursuit. Don't look at just these tools that you have been given, but look at what they help you become. For you are more than the sum of these parts. You're the man who beat death. Have pride in that.
Dustin just kind of stares down at the skull. You know, we're talking a lot about defying things and being more than the sum of the parts. I'm really starting to wonder if it's even worth going along with whatever these gods are saying that we're supposed to do, or even if they really do know as much as they're saying. I mean, who are they to determine what our will is? What our life will be like?
Arapsis just smiles.
Yes. Unfortunately, that is the exact point that I was forced to come to. Unfortunately, the terrible truth that I was forced to see is that just because we will not listen doesn't mean that there aren't others that will. That won't try to take those own misbegotten words and twist them to their own gains. Gods are just another player in the game. And many mortals do their best to wish to play at the same table. Really, defying the gods is just another part of the game when you think about it. They wouldn't give us these powers if free will wasn't at least a part of the gamble. A part of their words might come to pass. But to be honest, I'm gambling a lot on the interpretation of those words. We might
I'd
have
rather make my own fate.
I agree. Completely.
Yeah.
That's everything we're doing here.
Where are y'all saying this at, by the way, just so I know?
On the boat
On
after
the-
I've cleaned the fish.
Okay, so it's still in there. Okay, like, I want to make sure because I want to say something. Sounds like you two need to get laid and get drunk because y'all have a lot of problems and y'all need to relax. I bring over. I pull out 2 bottles out of my backpack and just set them down in front of y'all. Can't
You're
get you
like-
laid, but I can get you drunk.
You're like an endless bag of wine.
Yeah, I'm a lush.
You're a juice box.
Is that yours?
Grabs his
Is that yours?
smiles.
No,
Not
this
yet,
is
he's
the one I
not.
got from your deck.
Okay. I just need to know, just in case.
Yeah. No, they're yours. They're not mine. And I set it down in front of you two and goes, you two have got a lot of problems. You two need to drink and drink heavy. Like now.
Be careful with your words.
Araps is just staring dead into his eyes as he's saying this.
Your words are perhaps a little not what you should necessarily be saying in mixed company. Mixed
These
company
drinks
being
are
what it is.
on me. And I pop up the bottle and set it down.
Right.
I walk by Greg. I'm like, these poor little kids.
Sin is just an unopened juice box.
Right? Asking to be drunk.
I'm just kind of surprised that you managed to hide it from him for a while. How long were you doing that?
Talking about me?
Yeah, you were hiding that thing.
Oh, I don't hide anything.
No, dude, when you were back being Dante.
Part of the job. I always have to do that. Next week it'll probably be Jacob Jingle Shithead. I don't know. It's just got to be. That's just how it is. Part of the job.
I like that nickname. I might keep that one for you. By the way, where'd you get those bottles?
Oh, they were sitting over there, and I point over where the other bottles are.
Fantastic. Excellent.
Hey, they've got problems. I'm not talking like little ones. I'm talking like they need to see a therapist. Problem.
One of them really needs to see a cleric, I think. But, that's just me.
Well, they can get rid of STDs, I'm sure. But they definitely need to have a drink.
Ain't that always true? But I'm gonna get them some of the good stuff then. He's gonna go over and take the bottle. Now, did you say you opened one of them?
I did open one of them.
All right. He's gonna put the cork back in and say, "You guys, if you say what he's saying is true, you don't want this stuff." And he'll go back and come back with another bottle that's sort of roundish, kind of like a Chianti bottle, and put that. Why don't you guys use this instead? And he puts the other 2 back on the rack.
I'm gonna walk up and smell it.
The one that I gave them smells like pretty good wine.
Something of standard.
Are there enough fava beans with that Chianti?
I'm just gonna look at you and go, "What am I, a fucking amateur? No, I got some good stuff in here. You just don't want to take either of those 2. Those are special for Moon Boy over here."
I hold up my alcohol that I've been drinking. I'm like, to breathing, to living, and to making it another day. And I drowned my last bit of this skin.
It's almost amusing to me. Sometimes, when others see healing, they only see the pain. They don't know of the years you were trapped in it. The years where it controlled you. They only see the healing for the pain.
Drake! Yell from across the boat.
Oh, for God's sake. What?
No, I want them to drink!
Oh, I thought you were calling me.
Oh, no.
Right.
If I wanted you, I would say...
Okay.
But you know, Dustin, in the end, I think that is what makes all the difference.
Drinking? Yes, very much so.
Making your own choice.
No. When we help someone, we do it because we remember the pain. We remember what it was like to hurt. And we don't want to see anyone experience that again. Even if we have to experience it again ourselves. That's the difference. Do you think gods make that choice?
We have gods.
Well, your god apparently walks out of mirrors and tells you to blow up.
Oh, he's not a god!
Right.
He's not a god.
Oh, I'm aware.
He's just Fae. He's just Fae.
I'm aware. But
Your
he might as
patron.
well be your god.
No, patron. Different.
Whereas his
Semantics.
Otherworldly beings bestowing powers, giving items.
right, it's semantics. It's all just machinations and people trying to move chess pieces.
Macadamians? Those are nuts. Just like us.
And that's why, again, it's because we remember. Because we have lived. We have survived. We've tricked death. We've not listened to the words of prophecy. And we've come out the other side. And we're going to keep doing so. Time and time again. Unfortunately for me, it might be a bit longer than the rest of us.
I'm gonna reach out to hold Arax's hands, but for as long as I'm here, we're gonna do it together.
Together then.
Dustin sees the two of them and just kind of gives like a little smile on the corner of his mouth. And just... That sounds nice.
I have to do what the gods say just a little bit. Because if I don't, I can't have Wenrish back. And I have to keep trying. One way or another. I can only keep walking forward. I just hope that you'll keep walking too.
I got a reason to finish all this. So I'll keep walking. At the very least until we get rid of that bitch. That fucking vampire. The one that started all this.
I'm very afraid that's not going to be all. She set something in motion. Something bigger than her. Something that is connected to the gods. When we stop this, we're going to have to go all the way. This world, it's broken. It's dying. When we fix this, when we reset the cycle, it doesn't just magically get better. This was all part of a bigger plan. We cannot forget that. Just because Bokarin is taking advantage of this step does not mean that it is the only step. We have to find that book. And I believe, even though it was written by my father, it is supposed to be a book of death and darkness. So perhaps you can help. We were told of a convergence. We are still part of something bigger. Stopping this beach just helps solve a problem that we didn't fix the first time. It helps right a wrong that we helped cause, inadvertently. But that doesn't mean it's the only wrong that we're going to find.
Have y'all drank that bottle yet?
Have you drank any of it?
You know, I haven't.
Not
Not a
You
drop.
smelled it.
Synthoran, have you drank any of it?
No, I've been drinking my stuff.
Okay.
I'm just sitting there back on the side of the boat just waiting for them to, I'm listening to them talk and I'm like, y'all need to get drunk.
Roll me an investigation check.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not good. Oh, okay, not bad.
An intelligence-based check for this party.
You notice your flask is missing.
Okay. I'm drunk. I drank all my liquor. I'm out. That's the reason why I've been sitting back not drinking anymore.
But your personal flask is missing.
It's okay. I can get another one. I'm too drunk to care right now.
Well, we do have a bunch of alcohol.
Drink.
Do you think this is better than the swill Mictal got last time?
I swear to God, if you say shit about my my wine.
No, I was saying this
Not
is
talking about
better.
your wine.
Better than what the god of death drank last time we called him.
All right, then.
Nothing to worry about. Go back to driving the ship.
I'm only about 10 feet away from you. It's fine. Sitting here at the rudder. It's fine. You just,
It's not that big a boat.
Just summoning the god of death, nothing to see here.
Wouldn't be the first time, wouldn't be the last.
I really have to begin to wonder what goes on this boat.
Really not this one, but I've been on some really weird boats before. This one time, we had this guy who was a grass worshiper. The rituals they had, I'll tell you, that was pretty freaking hilarious. But yeah. Anyway.
You know, I guess we should have asked Balls more questions like that. He was a mushroom worshipper. I guess it only makes sense for there to be grass worshippers as well.
Oh, no, not grass. Not grass.
Oh,
grass.
I believe I heard of a cow worshipper once, but that was a little different.
Oh, you've been to that island. But no, Grass is this weird demon guy who basically likes drinking and sexing and things up.
Sounds like a normal Fey night.
I'm sorry. This is a what?
No, it's a long story. We don't have a long enough. We're not having a trip for me to tell that whole story, but trust me, it was pretty good.
Well, I don't know. I might surprise you at my interest in hearing stories about demon cults and their worship.
That one's actually a pretty good one if you gotta be in a demon cult. They're worse demon lords, I'll tell you.
Well, you know, sometimes they keep telling me I'm supposed to be in one.
I mean, you got the whole look down. It's pretty good there for you. I do like the teeth. They look a little better now, like this. But maybe some like foundation or something, just to work that out a little.
And they're gonna try and focus. Do I need to make a DC for it?
What are you focusing on?
On changing back to a pre-vampirism appearance.
No, you're able to do so at this time. Yeah.
After a little bit of a moment, slowly the color begins to spread back to a red, and the black lines seem to slowly kind of recede back.
Not that the other way wasn't a good look, but this is a little better.
Well, yes. I guess it's more of water seems to bring it out.
See, when I met you, I knew I was telling you, surprised you could be here, but that's, good for you though. You're better than some others I've seen.
Well, we are moving on something and not having to simply walk across it.
Oh, that's a really good point. Oh, I'm gonna write that one down. That's pretty good. That's good to know. That's some good to know stuff right there.
Well, just so you know, as you can tell, if there are at least beyond a certain point, being at the end of the docks can at least help make them recognizable. And if you want to assure them, make them walk on your ship to greet you, not the other way around.
Yep. Also, my mistake was not having this ship be like my house, be my home. I actually have a home elsewhere, otherwise the boat doesn't count, and I would have had to invite you on.
Oh, that was my assumption, my mistake.
It's good. It's good, though. You're not like the last guy.
Well, that's always good. You haven't seen any sort of, I don't know.
Oh, this was like 20-something years ago when I was still doing cabin boy work, but...
Oh, wonderful. I just wanted to make sure that you didn't see anybody that looked like our friend over here.
Which one are you pointing at there?
Aldrin.
Well, no, actually, this is a first. I like the look, though. It's pretty good. It's a little creepy. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little creepy at first, but it grows on you.
Aldrin. Aldrin, I...
I'm on the other side.
Aldrin, I think that we should take the time to talk about something. That priest listed a name when we spoke to him. So what do you think that means? Do you think he was turned in the assault?
If not during the assault, shortly after. That's what would make the most sense, I think.
Are you prepared for what that could mean? We will follow
I'm
your
not sure.
lead.
I'm not sure. I suppose it will depend on, I guess, how conscious or aware of the situation he is. What kind of control he has over it.
Well, then the answers he gives. That's what will matter. You know, he probably thinks you're dead.
Well, that seems to be kind of a theme with relatives lately.
What if he thinks he's keeping your sister safe? Parkerin has said that she has a spy in the Enclave. It's possible that maybe he was tricked into this. But I don't know.
No one has seen him since the attack, though.
No. Do you really believe that she would allow him to be close to them? That's not how manipulation works, Aldrin. You have to dangle the carrot forever. They all are not like me. They might not get the choice that I did. He might be beholden to her. We don't know yet.
Do you think there's a way to break that?
I'm hoping. With everything that I have, I'm hoping. Because I want to give them all a choice.
Dustin, check your notes.
That is actually a part of my much longer plan. That I didn't know how to tell you all. When this is all over, I know that not all of them will be evil. And when this is over, they won't have a place to go. We can leave them as rabid wolves to be hunted, regardless of who they are as people, forced to feed and live in a certain way. Or I can try and carve a place out of the Feywild myself and make a home for them. We already know that the Feywild can hold an endless twilight. Maybe I can keep them safe. Give them a home that won't hate them. So I completely hope that your father, like all of them, are able to be saved. And I'm willing to literally bet my very soul on it. Because that's actually my plan for the tree. I'm going to put the memory of myself into that tree. I'm going to make myself a part of that tree. I won't leave all of them with no hope. So if that's what your father needs, hopefully it helps.
I guess I'll sort of return your question by asking what happens. I mean, if it works and, you know, they agree to your help, what happens to those who don't?
Then they're on the side of Bokrin. We've already said what the answer is to that. What happens when you choose the darkness? What happens when you choose to be rabid? What happens when an animal can no longer control itself?
All right.
Let's go ahead and take a 5-minute break. We'll be back in just a few minutes, you guys, and we will pick up back on the boat. God damn it, Grim. Welcome
Respectful
back.
comment.
Thank you. All right, and we will start back up.
I said hi.
We will start back up with Dustin. How you doing, bud? Well, all
Not
this
good.
is going on.
Very heavy conversation.
But you should drink.
You know what? Fine. If it will get you to leave it alone, I will have a drink. Happy?
Take from that bottle.
He picks up the Chianti-looking bottle and just takes a big gulp of it and slams the bottle back down on the table while locking eyes with quote-unquote Dante.
You expect a strong taste, however, get nothing. There's no liquid there. Your mouth is empty. But there was liquid in there. You saw it.
That's... What? Hold on a sec. Picks up the bottle and just kind of holds it up to the light. And does it look like there's anything in the bottle?
Oh yeah, there's definitely liquid in there.
Are you doing okay?
You just have to, like, tip it up and pour it out, you know?
Dustin's gonna try doing like an air drink, like holding it like a foot above his mouth, and just slowly tilt the bottle with his mouth open.
All right. You watch as the liquid pours, but nothing hits your mouth.
In the face shit.
Does it like disappear as it's about to hit me?
It seems to vanish
Or does it
the
seem
second
like
it
it's-
passes your lips.
Well, I believe you pissed him off when we gave him cheap alcohol last time. Maybe if you drink cheap alcohol, you'll be able to drink it.
However, you are feeling better. Seems to perk up your mood a little bit.
That's interesting.
One word comes to mind. Delicious. In a familiar, accented voice.
In just kind of a low voice, Dustin just kind of like closes his eyes and just says, "Can I at least have just one sip?" And just kind of closes his eyes and tilts the bottle back just a bit.
Alright, give me a Constitution saving throw.
All right.
Greg, care to describe the effects of this wine?
This wine, it's rich. It's got a really, it's almost like a syrupy kind of wine, but it's a little on the sweet side, but it's pretty nice. It's almost got like a numbing effect. But not in a bad way. It's really, really sweet.
Ooh. I see why you like the good stuff. As Dustin kind of just stares down at the skull that he kind of sat off to the side for a second there.
You
It's good.
feel a weary sigh in the back of your mind. Yes. It'll do it.
What was that? I couldn't hear you clearly.
Neither could you.
Understood. Would you mind repeating that? Like Dustin's
Meh.
actually saying that. Like,
Meh.
no?
Meh.
Hmm.
Maybe. One more.
Maybe you won?
One more.
One more? For you or for me? He's kind of like staring up into the sky as he's talking. Sounds like he's talking to himself at this point.
That's why we're like,
As that's happening, Greg double checks to make sure he has the right bottle, and yeah, he does. Oh.
Oh, yeah. And you start to feel a bit more relaxed.
Kind of wishing I had some, I don't know, tobacco or something to burn. Don't have any of that good grass.
Does Greg have any good grass from
Are
all
you
the
saying that?
planes?
Are you saying that out loud? Do you wish you had something to smoke?
Yes.
Greg will take a little pouch off of his belt, toss it over. Said, if you got a pipe, you can have a little bit of that. That's it's not the best, but it's pretty good for a boat smoke. And it is dried tobacco and herb leaves.
Closest I have.
Earlier was literally just the DM being like, I'm not trying that accent, fuck you.
But of course, you know, Mictal is a bit tricky.
Yeah, that is an accent I have tried.
I know that feeling.
I tried once.
Closest I have to pipe is a smoke grenade.
Greg, does Dustin need to make a con save with this?
No, this is just some regular stuff. During this whole conversation, Greg has been sort of looking intently at everybody, sort of rolling his eyes a little bit, and has this odd, almost mischievous expression on his face when he looks over at Syntherin. But has just been sort of kind of mellowing out and enjoying the conversation. I don't want to say enjoy, following the conversation and just kind of looking a little intently. So he's just going to share a little bit of his pipe weed with you. I wouldn't mix that wine with anything else. I mean, that's going to be some really weird, double teaming there.
Are you hotboxing yourself?
Dustin, you feel the impulse to mix that wine with something stronger.
Cocaine!
Like Dustin's trying to, he's currently scrounging through everything that he has, trying to find something to make a very rudimentary cigar or something, trying to find something to burn it with, lantern, maybe, tinder paper, tinder cloth, you guys wouldn't suppose that this would be I've got this magic parchment paper. You think that would kind of screw with stuff? If I use that to make a cigar?
It's not flash
Aldrin?
Definitely.
Definitely good, definitely bad. I don't really know right now.
Definitely bad.
Definitely bad.
Oh, look, please, just give me a moment, yes?
Druidcraft makes some leaves. Druidcraft dries out the leaves.
Just give it to me for a moment.
Rolls it down, rolls it up.
You're such a bloody virgin with this stuff. I mean, come on! Who hasn't done this sort of thing? I mean, here we
Obviously
go!
me!
And their fingers literally on fire, holding it out to you.
Thank you. I really do appreciate that, genuinely, honestly. Thank you. Thank you. Oh.
When Dustin gets closer to light it, I'm gonna control flames to make it look like the flame is a skull. Look at him. While standing 11 feet away.
I take it that's a sign that he wants the first hit. And he just picks up the skull and just puts the end of the lightable to the skull's jaw.
Nothing happens.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna make like the embers at the end just like light up a little bit as if the skull was taking a hit.
Does smoke come out the nose? Whole part?
Yeah.
It's like one of those
It's
incense, like reverse flow incense burners.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty fucking cool, kid.
Yeah. That's all I imagine is just setting it up.
I mean, I think one of us could make that happen with thaumaturgy.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. Well, I guess the skull had some, so I'll try some too and see if this...
You watch as the flames turn purple as you put it up to the skull.
That's a neat color. Kind of moves it away from the skull a little bit.
Still
Does the
purple.
flame go back? Still purple?
I think that means you're shotgunning it to him, if you will. No lungs of his own.
I am not giving mouth to skull.
Look, everybody just wants some closeness sometimes. You don't have to really get right on it, but you can just blow it in it like a pet, you know?
What the fuck do you do with your pets?
Look,
Everybody wants
sometimes
closeness, even
a
those who don't have a
wizard
body.
and a druid want to have a little fun at the Enclave. So one will beast shape into something, and the other one polymorphs themselves. And then...
Dustin, you hear in the back of your mind, just take a hit.
Well, bottoms up? Question mark? And takes a slow draw.
Make
He
a
says that I look
Constitution
around at
saving
each
throw.
person, and as he says that, I look around at everybody and see everybody stands up. Sit back down.
You've got a nice body high going, but you're still fairly clear mind. Again, relax a bit more. And as you exhale, you hear him exhale as well.
Does smoke come out of the skull?
Nope.
Okay. That would have been kind of an interesting visual. Inhale through dust and exhale through the skull.
Yeah.
So, is everything okay for you? Are you feeling okay?
For the moment.
You look like
Definitely,
you weren't here.
definitely more relaxed. Still lucid, mind you, but not used to. I'll just say that I haven't really been able to drop my shoulders for a few months. So,
Remind me real quick, when we were in the Feywild, did you get high on mushrooms?
I did have one mushroom and had a very bad trip, I think, where I was
Yelling at trees.
I was punching trees because they were mocking me.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't really.
Good times.
Yeah.
Well, yes, but You were talking to yourself there.
So that, yeah, that makes sense. So most of that alcohol that I drank, I got one sip of it. He took the rest. So,
Does this count as an offering to summon him?
I. And you were speaking with him.
At least, sort of.
And you didn't speak his name? As Dustin? Well, I guess I don't mean to ask this in a weird way, but...
Ask away.
Have you considered that you're becoming an avatar of Mictal?
Honestly, never crossed my mind.
If you're sharing sensations with a god, if you're communing in your head, while the marshals, the very people who gave you your gun, worship endlessly with no response, don't you find that peculiar?
Well, in all honesty, none of them had a skull given to them by that god. They just kind of worshipped him. This one, I don't know, it almost feels like just having this almost feels like I want a hand at the table, and this was his ante, but I think I may be the big blind now.
Well, even in that point, you just described yourself as the right-hand man. I mean, I've seen a few gangs in my time, so I recognize this sort of thing, but you literally described a lieutenant. To some, when you're talking about the mortal plane, I'd question the difference. You're not literally the Avatar, but that skull seems to have, in essence, gifted you a similar connection. Obviously, its influence is more a part of you than you fully understand. Otherwise, I believe you would be drinking just fine. For you did not ask for that. You did not call on him. It merely happened. Your connection is strong, even though you are no worshipper. That's the difference.
Speaking from the standpoint of, I guess, I guess I could say like the quote unquote mortal amongst this group. You're scaring me.
Well, I'm sorry. You're the one who seemed, for a moment, to let his heart lead the way and gamble with death. When you do that, you come away inexplicably changed. Your marked card, darling, maybe that will help. It doesn't matter how many times the deck cycles, he always knows where you are.
Damn, that's a good metaphor.
Right?
That's what us vampires are here for. Artistic metaphors and gloominess.
I at least got one of those two down pat right now.
But that's just it, darling. You won a seat at the table. You're now the tool of a god. You're part of his deck. Possibly
Penis?
his favorite one. You might be the favorite card. Who knows? You might be the wild card, just as you said. The one who can make the difference and win the hand. Just as the mortal equivalent, as you said, influencing this. You weren't planned for. You did say you saw another god.
Yeah. That does make me wonder. We may... I wonder if we'll come across a shrine to the goddess of the moon. Maybe find some way I can just ask. Probably won't get an answer.
I would love that.
So I want to know why. I want to know
Bitch
why.
won't move!
Stuck up there. I wonder if that means that she's always around now. That would be interesting.
Dustin, roll me an intelligence check.
Oh, this is gonna go great.
We're such a smart party.
Dum 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 dum.
Yeah,
Don't you have any special fighter powers?
Remember that Mictal said something about the moon goddess when you talked to him last, but damned if you can remember what it was.
I have a theory, but I don't know if Aldrin would think of it. I can just roll a d20 because I have no modifier.
Rapsis has multiple theories.
I mean, the way that I see it, there's a few different possible ways. Either the spell is holding her in place, limiting her access in some way, or she's a part of it.
Are you thinking part of it as in...
She's helping. The moon is blocking the sun, holding sway over the very earth itself. You didn't for a moment think that the moon might be a part of that.
Not for one moment.
Well, if
Until
there's one
recently, I
thing
hadn't really
I've
thought about the
learned-
machinations of the gods.
You know, I understand that feeling. I didn't necessarily feel the same. But then I got told, hey, you don't get a choice. So that was fun. And now you said, damn it, I'm willing to bet everything that I'll be a part of it. And you won. Yay, you.
Oh.
I tell you what, though.
Yeah.
As a gambler, aren't you supposed to have some sort of perception and be able to gauge our answers in all of this? What do you feel about our plans with going to see Aldrin's wife?
Well, personally, I have a suspicious feeling, I think, is probably the best way I could describe it. If I were to ruminate it on it a bit more, I might get a better feel. But I also... I wonder if I still got a bit of his eye at the moment. If I might get... I don't know if Mictal would have any insight. He does seem to be around at the moment. So maybe I can ask him, I don't know, one question? Get an idea of what Mictal thinks.
Well, we've got a death gunslinger. I haven't met one Moon Knight, so I think we're okay. The moon.
All right.
Damn it, Moon!
What is your question?
Is it a good or bad idea for us to meet with Aldrin's ex? Is it to our benefit or to our detriment?
Before you hear an answer,
Mm-hmm.
you feel another urge to drink.
Hey up, bitch!
With a heavy sigh, Dustin picks up the bottle again and just looks at Greg and just says, "I'll repay you for the bottle," and just turns it up.
Once again, nothing passes your lips as you drain the rest of the bottle.
That's pretty hardcore there, kid.
I feel nothing.
I understand the feeling.
Dan, the Oops Orange Lord's one shot was like months ago.
It's like you don't even see his Adam's apple move as it just keeps emptying more and more of the bottle.
That's talent right there.
I always like it when they can open their throat.
You hear in your mind.
That's just one of them.
You hear in your mind. Magic 8 Ball says You done goofed. The fallout is going to be rough.
Dustin repeats word for word exactly that message to the party.
And you notice your eye as you hear this, you find your eyes drawn to Synthorum.
He's just staring at Synthorum.
You drunk yet?
No. But I have a
Make some
feeling. I have a feeling maybe Mictal's message wasn't for me. You done goofed.
I don't make mistakes.
And that is where we will wrap it tonight. And we will be back next time. Slade, thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate you always.
Happy to. Happy to.
Yeah.
It's adding to Greg lore too, so I'm here for it.
Oh yeah, and we will return in 2 weeks with Greg dropping you off about a few hours travel from the edge of the Norhala Woods.
Knowing it's a terrible idea.
But we're doing it anyway.
Right?
Like always.
Sounds like us.
Because we make
Oh,
great
boy.
decisions.
Right.
And now we have a moon elf to contribute to our decisions.
Indeed you do.
I don't believe that the Moon Elf has earned a vote at the adult table yet.
I was gonna say, I'm sorry, I think you mispronounced bait.
We all have roles to play. What those be is to be determined.
Indeed.
I believe in him to be a master baiter.
Jeez.
Oh God.
Yeah, let's keep it to just the drinking on the boat, please.